good evening, and a very, very, very warm welcome to Tech Talk Tuesday for Teachers. My name is Meenakshi Oberoi, and I hope you've missed me. For all the days I wasn't here, it is an absolute joy to be back in this room always. You all give me so much of energy to come back that I love coming back, and at any given chance, I am back in this room. So, thank you so much for joining in today. And I'm here to welcome you all and talk about teaching beyond the prompt. And yes, before we begin, I would want us to reflect on one simple question. How many of you have ever opened Copilot or any AI tool and wondered, am I writing the prompt correctly? Why am I not getting the right results that I wanted? Or, how do people create those amazing outputs that I see online? Well, you're not alone. Many educators feel the same way. And some people assume that effective AI use is also about becoming an expert prompt writer. So, yeah, if you feel like that, you're in the right room today. Today, I would like to take, the opportunity to take this challenge and, bring this idea to life that while prompting is very helpful and it does play a huge role in the kind of results that we you are able to see or generate, well, great teaching has never depended on great prompts. Great teaching always depends on understanding of learners, designing meaningful experiences, asking thoughtful questions, and creating opportunities for my students to reflect, think, collaborate, and create. So, that is something that we educators have done really well to date. And I want you to keep that thought on your mind as we go through this session today. Do remember, AI can generate information, AI can generate content, AI can generate reports. But what AI cannot do is generate understanding. So, with that, welcome once again to today's session. Let's move on. Well, how can I move on without a round of introduction? So, here I am inviting you to go ahead and exercise a chat window. Share with me, who are you? Where are you joining from? Which school? Which city? Share with us a thought. What should the thought be? Well, if learning were a journey, what role do you play? Are you a guide? Are you a coach? Are you an explorer? Are you a storyteller? Or you're just something else? So go ahead, fill our chat window with your introductions. Tell us where you're joining us from, who you are, which school, where do you think you associate yourself in this role that you play every day? Are you a guide, a coach, an explorer, storyteller, or just something else? Go ahead, introduce yourself in the chat window, please. I'll give you about 30 seconds to do that. Yes, 30 seconds. You heard me right. Would love to hear, because I don't think it takes more than 30 seconds to type, because we're so used to typing these days that our typing speed is not bad. So let's see who has the fastest finger first. I'm waiting for your responses in the chat window. Until then, I have Duhita ma'am with me. I will invite her to say hello. And so is Achal. We are all here to make this session. Oh, look at that, Sheetal Grover ma'am. Thank you. Priyadarshini ma'am, you were the first one. Thank you for introducing yourself. You're a co-learner. Love it. Sheetal ma'am says, I'm a creative storyteller. Fantastic. Keep those coming in as Duhita and Achal will say hello to you.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the session. And yes, when you talk about, and if I may take this opportunity, if learning were a journey, what role do you play? I would say I am an explorer, definitely. Then comes, the rest of the things. Do enjoy the session and keep the chat interactive, making it an interactive session. Thank you.
Thank you, Duhita. Achal, would you like to say hello? All right. Yeah,
Hello
go ahead.
everyone, good to see you all.
Thank you, Achal. Thanks for saying hi to everybody. Do note we're all here. We're looking at the chat window, so please go ahead and share. Nidhi, ma'am, good to see you here. You said you're a guide and a storyteller. Love it. Absolutely love it. Fabulous. Keep that coming as I take you through today's agenda. What's in store for us? Of course, I'm in store for you with the topic Torchlight. I'm going to talk about teaching beyond the prompt. But with me, I have this fabulous educator who's our educator who's in Limelight today as Educator Limelight, Manika Verma, ma'am. She's a computer science teacher. I will not say more. She'll come and introduce herself to you when we move to the Educator Limelight session. And do look forward to it. I love her work, what she's done. So yeah, look forward to that. Community, oh, it's full of engagements. We have so much to share with you. As you can see, there were sessions for the Sri Educare Limited group, which means the Sri Ram group of schools, where we brought them, where SEL group brought them together, and we hosted a session on ethics in the age of AI. What an interesting session! If you haven't caught our, social post on that, you should. It's very interesting to read the before and after thoughts about ethics and AI that the teachers have shared with us. I'm going to pause here. Nisha, ma'am, thank you for saying hello. And you're a guide and a storyteller. Love storytellers. Oh, so many storytellers in my room. Wonderful. And we also have Keep On Learning Weekly Challenge. You know what? That's a beautiful piece. Every week we post in our WhatsApp groups a course of the week, and our teachers have been completely amazing. They have been learning. And this is the spirit that I always admire, that however much work we may have, but I think we as teachers don't stop learning ever. So I'm going to give you a big shout out to many of those teachers. Then we have the prompt challenge for educators. That's on, right? We have something beautiful in store for you. So stay tuned. For the future headlight, we today have uh, too many things. I think Teach in Copilot. I'm not going to go more on that, but I'm going to shift to Social Spotlight. So, Social Spotlight today is on Microsoft in Education. What's new in education? There are so many series that are going on. So, we're going to introduce those as well to you. Yep. So, here we are. Now, because I said that I'm going to go first, so I'm going to go for teaching beyond the prompt. As I've already spoken to you about this, just give me a moment. I'm going to share my screen just once again. Just give me about a few seconds, please. And thank you for this. Yeah, really needed this because for me, somewhere it was flickering. So I had to reshare to be sure that I'm on the right page. Just a second. Yeah, there you go. So we're going to talk about teaching beyond the prompt. And I think the first thing when I say that myself out loud, the first thing that comes to my mind is, do prompts always have to be detailed to be effective? Well, do you really need to write a paragraph every time you use AI? What if just about 3 words could actually help you create classroom ready, material? Um, One of the biggest myths about AI is that better results always require longish prompts. But in reality, what matters the most is not the length. It is the clarity with which you give the prompt that's what matters. So, there's another secret many teachers don't know. If you're unsure what to ask, you can use Teach module to help refine and strengthen your prompts. Yep, Teach module is an amazing piece built within Copilot, which will help you identify learning objectives. It can help you suggest the right format. It can help you improve the, prompt clarity. Help you go in details of your learning outcomes, align outputs and classroom needs, and also generate age appropriate learning material for you. So you don't need to specify everything. It can do automatically all of that for you. I'm going to show you that as well, and I'm going to start with that, in fact, because that's one of the pieces that keeps on evolving. And if you have noticed, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but on your mobile phone, the logo of M365 has just about changed today. Well, if you haven't looked, take a peek as we start off with a simple idea that the Teach module helps us turn ideas into effective teaching. How? Let's find out. We are moving beyond content generation. Do remember that. We are personalizing learning, customizing learning, and using Copilot effectively. And towards that, I'm going to talk about Teach module. Think of AI like a teaching assistant. Okay, you don't always have to have long explanations. Sometimes there is so much that is lost in those long conversations. And yes, I have been the one who has been turning on the dictate button and rolling out everything out of my mouth into the prompt window. I say, gauge the situation. I'm not saying that's wrong, but sometimes just simple thing as, I need a quiz. I don't really need to go for all the details of what the quiz are. Probably I could simply just say, I need a quiz, the format, probably, or the number of questions. And also, I need my learning objectives. Now, I will not remember every topic's learning outcomes by heart. Therefore, that's where Teach module becomes your assistant. It understands your context. It helps you build the rest. And the good news is that you don't need a biggish or a longish kind of a prompt to be able to do this. Yeah. So today I have a new topic on mind. All I'm going to do is I'm going to go for, a very simple thing, which is Copilot. I'm going to go for Teach module and show you where it is, what to do, and how to manage. Okay. I'm going to share my screen once again so that I'm able to bring in Teach module here. I mean, Copilot. Right now, I'm using Copilot on browser. You can also use this on browser. Simply just go to any browser, say portal.office.com, sign in with your school ID, which means that you need a school ID, which you call a Teams ID or Outlook ID for to access this. Only when you have the M365 account, which looks something like this, please do check over here in the left corner. It mentions work. The minute it says work, this means that this is an education account that I'm using. I can switch right now to a simple personal account as well and show you that it will look absolutely different. Now, here I'm using a personal account. Whoops, did I lose it? Yes, I lost that. Hold on. Why? Because it signed me out from there. But I want to show you this the difference so that you know what I'm talking about. Just a minute. I'm going to share my screen once again. Now Copilot is on again, but do you see it looks different and it says personal? Very clearly, it has marked personal for me. Therefore, if you are on your Windows device, you will have a Copilot icon on your taskbar below. When you have that, please do check the type of ID that you're using. It's extremely important, especially to access this only Teach module, because Teach module is only available on a desktop or a laptop through a browser or Windows app. Currently, it is not available on mobile phone. Having said that, I'm going to switch back to my official account, which is the Pedagogics education account, which is my Teams or my M365 account, and I will have to share the window once again because that's going to pop up now. So my window has opened up. Let me just share once again. So you understand that when I toggle from my Pedagogics account to the Outlook or Hotmail account, that becomes a personal account. Yeah. See over here, work is back. Now, where is this Teach module? On the left side menu, you will see over here, you have Teach available. What does this do? It does a couple of things for you and makes your life simpler. How? It helps you in curriculum planning, lesson planning, Minecraft lesson planning. Oh, this is superb if you haven't tried. Very soon we will have unit plans and we also have interactive lessons. Now, this also is available only on your Windows PC. So I'm not touching this right now, but I could do either this or another one. Sorry, hold on, please. While I do this, let's say I really like this one. You can mark it as your favorites also so that it always comes on top. It's already on top, right? So what do you mean by favorites? So when I go over here, let's say I'm saying modify existing content. Normally what I would do is I would keep my standards or, my examples. For example, you mostly require examples in your day-to-day life. So you will put this as favorite. What will happen is when you come back over here, you will always have this marked as favorite so that it can automatically understand that this is your preference. I'm removing this for now. Yeah. These are some of the topics that you can do and modify existing content. I have always said we must respect the kind of content that we already hold in our repository. We've created it. I'm sure there's a lot of meaning to what we create. Now, while you've created that, you can modify that to meet diverse needs of your learner. Now, that is what's your requirement. You don't really need a big or longish kind of a prompt. All you need to do is just click over here on the reading levels, go here, and when you go over here, you will see text or file. Okay. Now, you can either paste your content over here, which means you're in the text mode, or you can simply just choose a file. Where will you get your file from? Anywhere. If you have it on your device, upload it. If you have it in the cloud, just find it. Okay. For example, let's say I'm finding my file on rocks. Okay, I'm just going to take a file from rocks and I'm going to try modifying the reading level. Now, what year level you are in? You see, you don't have to add that. I can simply just say, I think I need a year level 5 work, right? If you want to add some key terms, you must to preserve them. Do you see there is an asterisk here? I'll make it bigger. There's an asterisk here. Therefore, this is compulsory to write. This is not compulsory. However, AI kicks in. The minute I said rocks, it'll read my document and start suggesting. Possibly, I'll keep all of these words as as is. I think these are okay. Compacted is something I don't need. I need more words. I can always ask for it to regenerate and it'll regenerate. Do you want to define these key terms at the end of it? Well, that looks like a good idea. I'm going to say okay, and it's going to generate these terms for me. Yeah. Now the reading level is what is being adjusted. I've already given it text. It is adjusting that reading level to another level that is grade 5 level. Now, what I can do is break long sentences. You see on the right hand side, it starts giving me suggestions. Break long sentences into shorter or clearer ones, explain compacted, or give me a simple summary comparing all these types. I think this is a good one. Or I can ask for more suggestions and it'll give me more suggestions. Additionally, what I can also do is I can straight away from here say, hey, I think I would like to add supporting examples. Okay. I can add supporting examples over here and say, provide on 3 different reading levels. You see what I'm doing? I'm trying to mix it up and I'm trying to see if I can juggle between the two. Now, select the type of examples that you want. That's why I did not light up. Do you see? I've changed it over here. It's giving me how many examples do you want? I think 3 would be good. Type of examples, I'm going to stick to real world. You can even say historical or scientific. My topic demands real world. What is the depth of detail that you want? I think I'm just going to keep it light. I don't want to get too many details. Do note there are limited language availability over here, right? So while these language abilities are limited, nothing stops you from changing this to UK because we in India use English UK. And I'll simply just say regenerate content. Yeah. And don't worry, more languages are being added. You would have noticed that the number of languages have increased. And I'm really sincerely hoping Hindi and other languages are available very soon. Now, do you see what has happened? The language has changed over here and it has given me examples in 3 different reading levels. Yeah. All I need to do is save this as Word document or simply copy it and take it wherever I want. I didn't have to write any kind of longish prompts. I'm just going to discard it because I've filled my, OneDrive with examples. But this is what I was trying to tell you. No prompts or longish prompts required. All you need to do is a simple thing as this. And when I said you don't need to remember the learning standards, what are learning standards? I want to show you this because this is something I think I'm just going to go ahead. Sorry. I'm just going to go ahead and align my text, which is my lesson plan. Okay. I'm going to bring one of my lesson plans here. Like I said, I always respect my own work first. Just a minute. Yeah. Let's say I'm taking a lesson plan on punctuation. I have a lesson plan. I don't even know what it looks like right now. I've just picked up a document. I wanted to show you this. Add standards. Remember, it's on punctuation. Standard over here means NCRT learning outcomes. So if you're new over here, simply just type NCERT. You will get all learning outcomes for all major subjects. Just take English over here because I've taken English. Punctuation, I would say grade 6. And then I'll say language arts. In the strands, I'll say learning outcomes. That's my only option here. But in other subjects, you may have other options. Choose your learning outcomes. Tick this box, click the arrow. Tick the box, click the arrow. Now read to see what is it that you want to include. Which means if you don't know the learning outcomes by heart, which no one expects you to, simply just choose from here. Choose the ones that make sense with punctuation. Okay. Response to oral messages, announcements, texts. Reads a variety of texts, possibly seeks variety of questions. I will have something on, look, over here refers to dictionary grammatical errors. I think this is one that I'm going to take. You can have meaningful, sentence as well. Visits a language laboratory. That's interesting. I'm going to put this one. So whichever you feel is relevant for you, please go ahead and add that. I'm going to add these. These are the learning outcomes that straight away align to my punctuation lesson plan. My punctuation lesson plan currently does not have learning NCRT learning outcomes. That is one of the requirements of NEP 2020. If you want to add more, you can add more. Let's say I am over here not I'm also sorry, a science teacher here. Yeah. So, oh, sorry. Let me just write NCERT. I'm just going to try this for the first time in with you. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a topic in science, and I might want to meet my learning outcomes because probably I would have created some content related to one of the concepts in science. I'm doing punctuation, but I'm also incorporating one of my topics in science. Let's say, for the sake of just trying, I'm going to say identify materials and organisms. I'm just going to update this. What I'm trying to show you here is you can even go interdisciplinary here. Yeah, you can go across subjects to do this. You don't need to stick to your subject. So if you're doing uh, an interdisciplinary unit or a multidisciplinary unit or a transdisciplinary unit, you could actually add from various subjects as well. And I'm simply just going to hit generate, and that's about it. When did I write my prompt? Oh, you know what? Did you notice? I did not write any prompt. I simply selected from a collection that was presented to me. And there you go. Over here, what it has done is it has very nicely presented to me my lesson plan, where I am able to take minute by minute account of how these standards are being addressed, where are they being addressed. That's the kind of explanation that I'm looking for. That's the kind of help that I'm looking for from my AI agents. Yeah, I hope this helps, and you can save it as Word. I'll just show you once. You want to save it in OneDrive, or you want to go to some other site, wherever you want to go, you can do that. Simply just save here is what I'm talking. In the interest of time, what this will do is this will open up. It'll give you an option to open your Word document, or simply just return to home page and you come back over here. Yeah. I hope I did not really go very fast on this, but I just wanted to show you this. Apart from that, like I said, sometimes when you're making a homework in a quiz, what kind of prompts would you want? Here I am. Simple. I just want a social science class 5 when, I just need a simple prompt. Now, while I need a prompt over here, it has given me a sample of what I can write. So I will add my content here to bring in relevance and context, and then add my instructions, add my standards. The same NCRT learning outcomes are here, and you can add them, and then set out all the limits that I want, whether I want the practice mode or not, and that's about it. That's exactly how you create a quiz without really prompting for one. Last but not the least, you do have learning activities as well, between flashcards, fill in the blanks, match theory, and there's more that's coming. I hope you've tried these exciting options. If you haven't done that already, you must try. And if you have, do share with us in the chat window. How did this help you? How did it bring about any change in your class? Has it been able to help you? in any which way possible. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I just wanted to know this. Okay, so I have a comment from Priyadarshini ma'am. She says, sorry to interrupt you. Although I'm logged in via my school account, I'm unable to see teach module. It's only visible till library. Then I can see study and learn. Well, this means Priyadarshini ma'am, you will have to go back to your admin and check the type of license that has been given to you. If you're only looking at study and learn, this means you are on a student license and not a teacher license. Any issues beyond that, we are happy to discuss and resolve these issues for you. Please feel free to connect with us, contact us, write to us at education at thepedagogics.com. Ask your I'm so sorry, but I may want to check which school do you belong to, because your admins are mostly connected with us. We can always point them towards that direction to say, hey, I think Pradarshini ma'am is facing a problem. She can't see teach module, and please give her access for the same. So yeah, if they don't know about the access, although this should come by default for a teacher license in education account, you do not need any enabling for that. This is done by default. It is always available. Yeah. Manjot ma'am says that do we have all subjects included in teach module? Manjot ma'am, the teach module has NCRT learning outcomes for five or I think six major subjects as of now. What has been procured from NCRT? Anyone who wants to get more, these standards or these learning outcomes included, requests can be sent to Microsoft team at education@microsoft.com, and they will be taking up that request as soon as enough people have requested for. But a good question to ask. Please keep asking questions. I love it when my chat window is alive. So this is the teach module. Like I said, over here, it is available by default. Yeah, the order may be slightly different, but otherwise it is. Okay, I have user 2049 telling me for teach module, my name is Ashok Singh, sir. Ashok sir, so nice to see you here. I'm a huge fan of your work. Um, okay, school Mata Shabri Betul, please share. So we will not be able to share through the access that you would have received from your school, which means I believe that you're in Rajasthan. While you would have received a unique email ID from the team. Oh, MP. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, sir, आपका जो वो विमर्श वाला ID है ना, the Vimarsh ID will work for you. So, if you log in with your Vimarsh ID, you go to portal.office.com, any browser, okay, any browser. Simply just go to portal.office.com and you can try using the Teach module. Any which way, we will be meeting very soon for your in-depth training on Teach module. So, not a problem. Yeah. Okay, great to see questions coming in. Thank you for these questions. Just to give you a glimpse of what's available, under modify account, you have something called over here, align with standards, differentiation, modify reading module, and adding support examples. Under homework, you have rubric and quiz. For curriculum planning, you have lesson plan. Minecraft lesson plan is something, if you haven't tried, you must try. Unit plans are coming very soon, and interactive lessons that requires Copilot plus PC. If you don't have that, then you may want to miss that. Under homework and assessments, you have rubric and quiz, and under learning activities, you have flashcards, fill in the blanks, matching. If you haven't tried that, you have to try that. Okay. Okay, but I'm going to give you something in related to that. And if you need any professional development courses, you can see that QR code, and we'll be happy to, come and do it in your school for your teachers. We are happy to come in and do this session so that, your teachers know about it. Okay. Creating a interactive lesson plan. I'm just giving you, peek into what it'll look like when you're creating a creative, making an interactive lesson plan. This will be on Copilot plus PC. You will see a kind of a plan which will come up. It'll be on the first tab itself, which will create content which is an interactive content for you to do. Of course, you'll review the lesson before presenting it to students. It's going to be super interesting. Don't want to dwell into it too much, but yeah, you can see all of these pieces are absolutely new in in the teach module. And as a part of learning activities, you have flashcards, quizzes, fill in the blanks, and matching. Now, quizzes right now are in modifying content, but you will, sorry, in the third tab, which was homework and assessment, but you will see a modified version of that as well. So here are some of the pieces that I would say look forward to. And of course, study and learn is one that we have covered in another session. We will be covering it this coming month as well. So keep your work going. It's an interesting world to exist in. So much to do with Copilot without really writing lengthy prompts. Oh, talking of lengthy prompts, what do you think a good length of the prompt should be? How many words do you think you will be able to manage? Give me in the chat window, how many words, minimum words, do you think a prompt should have? How much do you think should be there? How many words? Can you think of any number of words that are okay for a prompt that you will be comfortable drafting? How many words do you think? It should have the key elements. Good. The number may not matter. Thank you, Priyadarshini ma'am. The clarity matters, not the quantity. I love it. I absolutely love it. So, a few more responses. How many words do you think? If I were to give you, okay, pick a number. How many words do you want to write? What are the minimum and maximum number of words that you will write? I'm waiting to hear. This is exciting. 40 to 50, Sheetal ma'am is saying, wow. All right. Okay. What else? A few more responses, please. How many words do you think are good for writing for generating something that's something that I'm looking for? What is the minimum and maximum number of words? Okay, one more response and I'll move forward. Pakka. I'm just waiting because I think I should give you time to think about how many words should be enough. Disha ma'am says 25 to 30. Guess what? Three words. That's it. Just three words. Like Priyadarshini ma'am says, if you know what you want, you just need three words. What if I told you that sometimes two or three words can create something amazing? You wouldn't believe me, right? I'm going to make some for you and, show you what it is. So if a task is clear, simple prompts can work brilliantly. Just a few words can generate you visual notes, diagrams, revision resources just in about seconds. And you'll say, are you kidding me? And I'll say, no, let's go. Well, here you go. Try this. What is the 80-20 rule for any topic? 80-20 rule means that help me prepare for my exam in a way that I score 80% marks from just 20% of concept defined. What is the most important part of this, right? All you need to write is 80-20 force and class. That's about it. You don't believe me? I created this, okay, using Copilot with just three words. I'm going to go ahead, go to Copilot, and I'm going to do exactly that. I know you can see my screen. I'm taking a new chat, and over here, I'm going to write 80-20. Let me pick up a topic, plant cell, class 8. If you want, if you feel this is not enough, you can add two more words, visual image. Okay? Because you need a visual image. I can reduce this as I go forward, but you will see what I'm going to do now. This will help me create a visual image, which will give me like a 80-20. That is 80% marks and only 20% quick revision notes is what I'm looking for. You'll see the amazing result, and I'm sure you're going to go for it right now. So if you want to try this along with me, I'm just going to give you this in the chat window so that you can go ahead and try with me. I'm throwing this in the chat window for you to try. Go ahead and try this. Don't even write your class if you don't want. Simply just write, I wrote it just to give it a little more context. But otherwise, 80-20, plant cell. So three words. What is it that you're looking for? 80-20. What am I doing? Plant cell. Which class? I need class 8. If you don't want to write class, then just say, what do you want? You either need notes or you need a visual image. I'm looking for a visual image because I think my classroom wall, if that has this as a visual, I can do amazing thing for my students. I can give them something very quick thing to remember just before the exam. Yes, it'll take a few seconds, but it should take less than a minute to actually create. It's working on it. It's a very vast topic. You will see, look at that, still working. This might take longer. It's all right because I know how to breathe in between, right? It's adding the final touches, and I can't wait to show it to you. I hope you're trying this with me. And if you do, and please do, and do share in the chat window, what did you create while I created? Oh, look at that. This is my visual. I'm going to make it bigger so that you can see it absolutely clearly. I'm going to push this in a little bit so that I can show you what an amazing plant cell 8020 it has created. In a plant cell, nearly 80% of cell volume is occupied and 20% remains this, and it has given me a complete breakup. So what I'm doing over here is I'm looking at a diagram that has come with all the knowledge that I needed for plant cell. I'm going to close this because I want to try the next one, and in the interest of time, because I know I'm eating up into Malika ma'am's time. I'm going to try one more. I need a visual learning whiteboard because what happens is my students know. Now, do remember, I've already started the topic. I don't need to start the topic again. So if you want to write, you can write plant cell. But if you don't want to write, you can just skip it. All right. I'm going to write it just like that, but you may skip it and you will see it's making me a whiteboard visual. Till this comes up, I'm going to tell you my third one. Yes, I brought three of them for you. The third one is an amazing piece because that's one of my favorites. We all have diagrams in our books. We do hang, diagrams in our classroom, the charts and we always have to, put in a lot of labor to do that. But I really wish they were a kind of a 3D cutout of, or a 3D vision of the plant cell, possibly the top view. Now I'm very greedy with my demand. So all I need to do is simply just say, give me a 3D cutaway. Okay, I'm going to remove large. Okay, I'll be nice. 3D cutaway plant cell top view. I want a top view or a side view, as you like it. I'm going to even take away top view from here because I said three words. Let me stick to three words. 3D cutaway plant cell. Okay, you want to write diagram, you write diagram, but you don't need to. Why? Because I've already put 3D over there, right? Now I'm putting all of this to work. Therefore, it's going to take it's going to take about a minute or two to actually create. But if you're creating with me, please, please, please do share with me. And what I'm going to do is, while this is being created, I'm going to invite, ma'am, look at that. This is ready. I'm not going to show you the third one. Why? Because I'm still waiting for, now look at this. This looks like I was writing on a whiteboard and I was labeling this. Yeah. I love this big vacuole, big roll. A quick fact has come in. A summary has been set in. I love all these visuals. The third one, I'm going to go ahead and give this command, not wait for it to generate because I know ma'am's waiting. So I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to show you once Malika ma'am has already presented her work. And then I'm going to show you what is it that I created before we move onwards. I will do that. And if you're trying this along with me, please do share with us. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our educator who is in the educator limelight today. I want to bring her in and, I hope you're there. Do say hello, Manika ma'am. Manika Verma ma'am is a TGT Computer Science, Cambridge School, Indirapuram. So, Manika ma'am, welcome.
Thank you. Very good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, Anshul.
Thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my co-pilot challenge journey. As a teacher, we aim to make learning meaningful, engaging, and student-centered. I came across the co-pilot problem prompt challenge through social media, which inspired me to participate. Ma'am, please share the slide if possible. Next slide, please. Under this challenge, I took the first approach, that is observe and wonder, and I selected natural language processing as a topic for class ninth. My goal was to help the students explore the concept with visuals. So I have written the detailed prompt, and as you can see the image, there are some text that I don't want to show. I want to show only the real life applications of NLP, and I want the student will learn with the visual only. But in first attempt, I was not successful to create the image. So I tried the second attempt. In second attempt, you can see some text and symbols are there. I tried to remove text from that image, but still I can see. So I have tried Copilot to create my prompt well, and definitely I got a good result that you can see in the last image. There is no text at all. The picture is very simple, clear, and text free. Next slide, please. So I have used Copilot to create various resources, to create various type of assignment, worksheet, mind map. I'm sharing my screen for it. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay. So in Copilot, I have used two tools too much. That is new chat, and second is study and learn. In study and learn, we can use various tools like, it will take a few minutes, understand, flashcard, quiz, fill in the blank, and matching. I have tried quiz, fill in the blank, understand. Let's have a look. This is the chat, the new chat window that I have created. The prompt, I have written the detailed prompt, and the image is created. Second is poster. I have written a very simple prompt to create a poster on the application of AI in different fields, and I'm able to see a good poster that I can use in class so student can revise the concepts well. Second, I have used study and learn, the first tool, that is understand, and I have written for text prompt for the class 10th unit 1, and I have given the link also, so it will be able to create well. If you will see, you will be able to see the example, different type of stages of AI project cycle, output. They are, means you are able to see the output also, stage 2. So whatever the stages in AI project cycle is there, it has given me in a good way. I will be able to use in my classroom well. Next is, it is taking time, so I'm moving on our next window. It is taking too little time, just give me a few minutes.
No problem, ma'am. Please take your time.
Yes, now this is the fill in the blank that I have created for class 10th, and it is very interactive. If I'll use it, just drag and drop, it will fit. I am just taking randomly. If it is wrong, please ignore it. Mind map I have also created. This is a comic style mind map. I have topics, self-management, so student can learn. And the second version of the same mind map, it is very simple that I want to show you. I'm just scrolling down. Give me a few minutes. Internet connectivity at my place is taking a little bit time.
No worries, ma'am. I have it in my
Yes,
deck.
ma'am.
Can I show over there?
We can create in Hindi also. Uh, this is my, I have shared this screen, ma'am.
Correct. So do you want me to, if there is a lag, do you want me to bring the deck?
Yes, sure.
Thank
The
you.
next one, I tried to do that. Give me a few minutes, ma'am.
Sorry, I just shared.
Okay. Is it visible?
I think your screen is still
Please,
showing.
ma'am.
Yeah, just a second.
Wait for a minute, ma'am. I think it is now I'm able
No, it
to
shows that your
the
is on, yeah, your, it's reconnecting. You have a lower bandwidth, I guess.
yes, yes.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, give me a few minutes, ma'am. Sorry for inconvenience.
No worries. So till ma'am is actually, trying to bring her screen back,
Yes, yes.
I'll share some
Now
of the comments. Oh, okay,
now
go ahead,
now
please.
I can see show you the simple mind map that I have created. So on a one topic, I have created two mind maps for the students. Second, I have created quiz by using MS form, means I will be able to edit this quiz in MS form. So this is the MS
Sorry,
form.
sorry, ma'am, your
Should I
screen is not
screen?
visible. Yeah, please
Okay, okay,
share the
I'm sharing
screen.
it again. I'm sharing it. Now it's visible.
Yes.
Okay, I have created a quiz also, and after that, I will be able to add it in MS form. So it is very easy to collect the student responses, assess them very easily. I have created a class 8 science assignment. I have given a very simple prompt for it. I'm just scrolling up because I have created rubrics for teachers also. So the prompt is create assignment for class 8 science based on chapter 4 as per NCRT new book. So it has given me a wonderful assignment. There are the different sections of the assignment like section A, section B, fill in the blank, section C, very short answers, section D, and the HOTS also. So teacher can modify it also according to their convenience. I have created a rubrics for the assignment and the comprehensive teacher assessment rubrics 30 marks, as you can see on my screen. So few work or assignment I have done with the help of Copilot, and I think Copilot is very wonderful tool. So everyone can try it and learning well, and the teachers will be able to access the tool very easily. As you are an educator, you will be able to access this Copilot platform very easily.
Thank you, Manika ma'am. This is
Last
absolutely
information.
wonderful. Yeah, I'm just sharing my screen and I can see one hand raised. Oh, okay, it's been lowered. Harjinderji, if you want to ask any question, you can unmute yourself. I have opened your mic, so you can go ahead and ask.
So, ma'am, I do not want to answer. I don't want to question about anything. I just want to say there are many more things we can do with copilot actually. So, I have created many PPTs through that and presented in my office also. So, I think everyone should use this, and it is the basic need of the humans that we are using AI at this time. So, actually, we need some training for the teachers so that they get to know about these things. Actually, there are many old teachers who can't adopt this. So if we can take any kind of trainings for the teachers so that they can also adopt that, as it's Gen Z generation, so every student know how to operate this.
Absolutely, Harjinder ma'am. Where is your school? Which school is
Uh,
this? Sorry.
Sir, ma'am, I'm a Vidyanjali volunteer in CM Shri School, A block, plot number 5, Jahangirpuri, Delhi.
Ah, there you go. I know where you're from. Don't worry, you're already on our radar. 10 schools in Delhi have already been empowered on this, and all the CM Shri and schools will slowly be empowered on Copilot. So, yeah, you're on the right track. Thank you for joining in.
No, no, ma'am. It's really my honor to join you. Such a great leader, such a great people you are.
Thank you so much. Thanks. I see one more hand raised, Lily ma'am. Do you want to ask something or do you want to say something? You can unmute yourself to talk, please. Okay, till you unmute yourself, I really want you to hear these student voices once. Wow, that's a student voice that I want to hear. And there are two more. I'll very quickly play these two as well. This generation is definitely going to have a voice of their own. Amazing. Then the last one. Manika ma'am, a huge round of applause for you and your students. I think the kind of clarity that has set in is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for joining us, inspiring us all with these amazing examples. See, something like NLP is something that we are realizing now. I think over the last 5 years, I've seen people talk about it a lot. But for I think our generation who is sitting in school right now, this is going to become a normal language. Therefore, bringing it closer to them is very important. So thank you for that.
Thank you, ma'am, for inviting me on this platform and giving me the opportunity to discuss this topic.
Pleasure. Thanks for your, leadership here. Lily ma'am, do you have a question? Do you want to unmute yourself to ask? In the interest of time, let me just share something with you that this week during a session, we met about 80 educators from across cities and we spoke about ethics in the age of AI. This was a 3 day, Shri Sangam 2026 organized by Shri Educator Limited and was facilitated. This session was facilitated by Pedagogics, and we moved away from definitions and we focused on real classroom dilemmas. So while teachers are invited to attend these sessions on AI, what happens is it's all about devices, it's all about technology. And when we started this session, I said, you know what, just put your devices away. Let's just get real. Let's talk about what are ethics. What is fairness? What is transparency? What do you mean by accountability? What do you mean by privacy and safety? We went into breaking down these definitions. We presented certain dilemmas to them. They deliberated in groups and they made their own decisions, and educators began to wrestle with these real classroom challenges as to how do you make this happen, how do I make it work in a way that my students understand, I understand, how to stay within the realms of ethics. I'll let you read these thoughts. Really worth a read to see, what did they think before this session about ethics and what did they think after. We've posted this on LinkedIn. We've also posted this on Instagram. Wherever you are, do catch these posts and read the thoughts. This is the kind of change that we aim to drive through our sessions that we do, and we meet educators to do these sessions. So do read. I would love it if you can take time to read. As far as a feature headlight is concerned, every time, you remember I was writing this class, this subject, every time I go to Copilot or any AI tool, I have to keep describing this. Not anymore. Why? Because you can actually, while creating, let's say you're creating a quiz, over here you have your subject defined. You can make this available in your device already. Simply just go to the Teach module on your Windows device and add over there in your description so that you have it. Yeah. So you don't need it. Additionally, you also have this on Windows now. Your Teach module will be available here on the taskbar where as you can see, you will be able to see my cursor in red. You will be able to see this Teach module over here. If you're using Windows 11, you'll see it on your taskbar and you can always use it. Wonderful, 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 isn't it? Well, to change the taskbar position, you simply have to go to settings, go to personalization, and you can see where do you want to place it. People have asked me multiple times, whenever you're showing on your edge, your taskbar is always on the left side of the screen. Yeah, it is because I've chosen it to be on the left side. Yeah, so you can go ahead and choose that too. Very simple hack for you. I'm going to give you this. Must try this alignment. I love it. Maybe you like it too. So must try. Okay. All right. So because when you're presenting on your screen at the base, you can see the icons many a times, and you don't want to show that, right? Yeah. Okay. On the social spotlight, we have this series that is being started by Microsoft. It's a global team which is starting this. What's new in Microsoft Education? Mike Tholson is our go-to person, and his product team is our go-to people. Are our go-to people to know that. I'm giving you a link to this. This is happening tomorrow. Okay, and you must take note of this, and please share it widely within your educator community as well. Ask teachers to join if they can and be a part of these sessions. They're amazing series. Yeah. What's new? What are you going to hear in this session? Where you're going to hear about all of this, teach module in M365 Copilot, and don't think that I've told you everything. There's so much more that you need to learn. Copilot notebooks are being launched. That's huge. We're going to talk about it sometime in September. Study and learn agent. What is it? You saw Manika ma'am also talking about it. You heard it from me. What is it that it entails? That's something you'll learn about. What's a learning zone? Teams for EDU updates, timelines as to what's coming when. Then the latest in OneNote EDU updates and learning activities, and there's so much more with Mike Tholson at the helm of things. I think we just know there's going to be a very practical demonstration. I've given you the link to register. Don't just wait for anything, simply just register. And of course, if you want a deep dive from us, you can write to us. This is just about a partial portfolio of what all we offer. There is much more that we do. We barely find time to actually update this. Time and again, people have asked us about how do we get access to yeah, the recording of the session, and how do we join your community. So if you're not already in one of our WhatsApp groups, or if you don't know what our YouTube channel links are, I've posted them all in the chat window. Feel free to share these with educators that you know of. And there is a lot of excitement about our AI school and AI educator programs. If you're excited to bring your school on this program, we get queries about this at least on a weekly basis, if not twice a week. So I'm absolutely proud and elated to share that, these programs have been running successfully for the last over 3 years. And we have large number of schools who are a part of these communities. If you want your school to be a part of this community, you're most welcome to write to us. We'll be happy to share the details of the program. Also available on our website as well. I'm going to drop a link to our website on in our chat window so that you can take a look, but always talk to us. I don't believe that we are towards the end of this month. Can you believe it? Today is the last session of the month of August. Well, that brings me to something very important. Here, I'm sharing with you the calendar for the month of September. All I'm asking you is when you take this calendar, please just share it with as many educators as you can. These sessions become more impactful as more of you join. We host 2 sessions, one in English language, which happens every Tuesday between 5 and 6 p.m., and one in Hindi that is hosted again every Tuesday, which is from 5:30 to 6:30. I've given you the calendar in your chat window, and you will see this coming in your WhatsApp groups as well. I'm going to pause here because I can see there's a hand raised out there. Yeah, please go ahead, unmute yourself to talk.
Sorry to disturb you once again, ma'am. I
Not
just
at all.
want to
Go ahead,
know
please.
more. I just want to know more about K-12 schools program. So can I get it, please?
This one? Sure. So I've dropped a link on my chat window, in the chat window. Have you been able to catch it there? I will give it once again. And I will greatly appreciate if you can go ahead and, speak to one of us, speak to Achal, speak to Duhita ma'am. I can drop in Duhita ma'am's number here as well. Otherwise, if just join our WhatsApp group. You will be able to connect with Duhita ma'am, or simply just write to us at education@dpedagogics.com. We'll be happy to share. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'll be there.
Thank you for your interest. Lily ma'am, anytime that you want to speak, you're most welcome. And now we're going to meet on 1st of September at 5 p.m. What are we going to talk about? Something very important with all kind of, disturbing and unstable environment that we have been hearing about for the last many, many months. It's only imperative that we bring about a topic which is very important. Social emotional learning with AI. Should AI be supporting social emotional learning? If yes, then how? We're going to talk about all of this as you come back on 1st of September. So do come back. Do share your feedback with us. That's very important. We love your feedback. Therefore, please do share your feedback with us. That's your QR code for feedback. But of course, and always, thank you so much for joining us. It is always, always a pleasure to see you all here. Have a very wonderful rest of the week. I'm here if you have any more questions. But for the rest of you, thank you. Bye bye. Take care.